Well. I was not sure if I would be back here, but here I am. Guys, if you're watching this video, if you've taken the time to click it out of pure curiosity, or out of pure, he hasn't uploaded for like 6 months, where has he been? Thank you. And I'm making this video because it is officially, as of today, tomorrow when I'm recording this, but today when you see it, my 10-year anniversary of uploading to YouTube, which is wild. So in celebration of the fact that I have somehow had this wonderful opportunity as a job for so long, I thought we could grab some popcorn, grab a drink, and go and look at the different eras of CPK that have come in the last 10 years, because boy, am I a different guy. In general. First of all, I was 20 when I started my channel, which means I'm 30 now. Ooh, let's not talk about it. Thanks a lot. But as you can see right here, I created my channel on the 30th of October, 2012. And it is now the 30th of October, 2022. Oh my goodness. Time is weird. I wanted to make it very clear, I have not really thought too much about this video or what I'm going to do or say. I actually just watched back part of my first video and got all weirdly emotional, so I'm not going to put you through that. I think it's important that we look back on how I did it, how I got here, how I'm still here, despite the fact that my videos tab here would tell you very differently. 3 months, 4 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 6 months, 7 months. Look, not great, all right? Not great, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So for those of you who don't know, just a quick update. As of about, I want to say a year or so ago. I mean, let's look. When did X-Life end? It says a year ago. X-Life ended on the 1st of March, 2021 for me. And after that, I just wasn't really super involved in like the SMP groups anymore. And like, that's no fault of anyone. I didn't really ask to be in SMPs, nor was I really invited to SMPs anymore. And I don't really know what changed. But I was focusing a lot on streaming, and that's where I've been for the last 2 years, basically. In January 2020, I decided to go full throttle with streaming. And that's going really well. That's now like it's my full-time gig. I stream pretty much every day. The last week I've basically taken off, but I stream pretty much every day. And I really fell in love with live content and making live content. I feel like I'm very good at it. I feel like I'm good at reacting to things live, and I think that I'm almost better suited for live content than I am for produced content, honestly. Which is a weird thing to say when you owe your entire career to that produced video segment of your life. And we'll get more into it towards the end of the video, and this is going to be a long one, by the way, so I'm sorry. But I'm going to get more into it at the end of the video. There is a lot to come on YouTube from me. I'd like to make it very clear, I haven't been doing nothing on YouTube. If you like MCC and you know MCC, then just let it be known that I am the owner and creator of this channel, All Things MCC, 95,000 subscribers and 132 videos. I was making those on my own, and now I have a team of 3 fantastic people helping me make them. So I've still been active in YouTube content, just not in the same way that I used to be. And with that being said, I have actually now brought someone in. I'm hiring a friend who is going to help me revitalize my YouTube channel. And we're going to be making all sorts of stuff, hopefully in the coming months. So if you're excited for that, then thank you. Because if you're still around after all this downtime, I applaud you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let's take a look back, shall we, at my first ever videos as we see the eras of CPK. So, we are greeted with a very odd looking page of someone who didn't really know what they wanted to do on YouTube. CPK Minecraft project. Now, I straight up called this the Minecraft project because I think at this time, the only person I'd seen really making a lot of Minecraft videos was Syndicate. And his thing was called the Minecraft project. And I think I thought that's what all Minecraft series were called. So I called mine that too, which is stupid looking back on it now. And in this first video, just listen to this quality. Okay, I want to inspire right now, guys. I want you to know that even with low quality equipment, you can make it. Listen to this for a banger of an intro.
What's up, guys? It is CPK here, and I am bringing you the first episode of my Minecraft series, which will be, pushing the boundaries of all great Minecraft series.
Huh?
It actually won't. It'll be very average.
So what you heard there was CPK from 10 years, 20-year-old me, with a very poor mic, no idea how to edit videos or audio. This is a 6-minute uncut recording that I then just uploaded. I finished by building this much of my house. You can't see because I've plastered this all over it. Look how much of the house I built. This much. And this is where I thought it's appropriate to end the video. Actually mind-boggling. But in this video, I did say that I would be trying to get back to making daily content, but I'm not going to be able to do it right away. Let me assure you, these videos came out on the same day. This video was the next day. This video was the next day. These two came out on the same day. These two came out on the same day. Like, actually wild. I don't know what I was thinking. Also, for some reason, I was just like randomly putting out like short vlogs, which is just fun. I don't know. I had no idea what I was doing. And like, I'd previously made a bunch of horror content on a different channel. So I was making like a bunch of horror videos. You can see it goes from being like all Minecraft to Minecraft kind of fading out. And then it was all like Slender. And then SCP. The Portal series was when I had no internet for a while. So I just played Portal offline and uploaded it when I got the internet back. And you can see here, Slendy Tubbies. I was playing literally whatever game I could get my hand on that would run like on my, I think I was on a laptop at this point, I'm pretty sure. This was definitely laptop territory. So that is madness. Really is. I started doing this so retro series where I was playing Crash Bandicoot, then Minecraft, then a horror game, then Crash Bandicoot, then SCP again. SCP episode 1, even though I'd previously played SCP. It was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. Here's the video I made for celebrating hitting 2,000 subscribers, which took me until March 11th, and I started my channel on October 30th. So it took me October, January. Am I all right? It's the old age, guys. What just happened? October, November, December, January, February, March. So it took me 6 months to get 2,000 subscribers. And all I was doing was playing horror games at this point. I thought horror games were going to be my calling. I was friends with a horror creator called Yami Mash. And at this time, Markiplier was making horror videos. PewDiePie was making horror videos. Like, they were popping off. And in my head, I was like, I'm going to play horror games. And I actually fell in love with the genre of horror and like jump scare games. So it was all I was playing for a long time. But I mean, look at this high quality gameplay.
Oh, it's the horrible noises again.
So face cam that takes up 1/6 of the screen, which is wild. Also, it's so dark because I was recording with my laptop camera, I'm pretty sure, or I might have had a webcam on top, but I was sat cross-legged on my bed. That's why I'm like hunched over, because I was sat cross-legged on my bed playing on my laptop. The laptop had to be propped up on a box because if I had the fan for the laptop covered, it would just turn off in the middle of a recording, which really was not good. And as you can see, we just had a great time with it. Had a phenomenal time. Just playing Slender and being scared.
I'm camera. Okay.
Look at that.
I might have knocked the camera off.
There was a camera, it turns out. So as you can see at this point, I really was just throwing any content at the wall to see what would stick. I'd started playing some Minecraft stuff again. I was deep into a Pokemon Let's Play. I was still just throwing up random minute-long vlogs when I couldn't come up with a video. So whilst I did say that I did upload a video for every day for like 6 years, which is pretty much true. Some of them were like 1 minute 10 videos that, I mean, I would just sit in my room and record it and then be like, okay, cool, that's great content. Which is, again, what makes it so mind-blowing that I'm in the situation that I'm in right now. But we'll cover that more later. I think my favorite part about looking back at my old videos is the fact that I'm so unbelievably northern. For those of you who don't know, I didn't always sound like this. I think just over the years, I've kind of ended up with a sort of weirdly adapted YouTube accent. I don't really know how to describe it, honestly. But I was born in Doncaster and raised in the north, so I used to sound like really northern like this. I'd be like, hey, hello guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm going to be playing this game. It's really hard. And then just slowly over the years, I stopped doing that. I don't know why either. It just kind of happened really naturally. But the next like sort of big milestone, I guess, that it's worth chatting about is when I started taking Minecraft seriously as my content creation choice. And it starts with a fun story, or at least I think it's a fun story. Years and years and years ago, many years, probably like 8 years ago now, me and my friend Edge were on Twitter, and we both followed LD Shadow Lady at the time. And LD Shadow Lady tweeted out saying that her timeline was very boring and there was nothing cool on it. So my friend Edge tweeted her saying that's because you don't follow him and myself. And Lizzie did follow us, which was very odd because Lizzie was a growing creator at this point. She was already pretty big. So we were like blown away. We were a bit excited and surprised. And we would just like occasionally chat on Twitter and stuff. And then we started like playing a couple of games together, or like be in streams. And one day I was in Lizzie's stream, and this story does have relevance, I promise. And basically, I saw someone ask her boyfriend, now husband, good for them, we love a success story, talking in the chat, and someone said, what university do you go to? And Joel said, I don't go to university, I go to college, and I'm going to college in York. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to college in York, which is very bizarre because I went to college like 4 years late. I actually dropped out. Don't do that. And then I decided that I didn't want to not go to college, so I went back. So I went to college 4 years late. Turns out Joel was there as well. And from that, I said to Joel, I went there as well. We started chatting a little bit and he followed me on Twitter. And then we bumped into each other at college. And what I mean by bumped into each other is I was quite excited to see Joel and I screamed smallish beans at him in my college hallway, which was very not cool at all. But we move past that, okay? So we all start chatting and like making like content together. And it's absolutely Lizzie and Joel who would always help me out, and they'd like my videos and they'd help me with content and they'd be in my videos. And, you know, obviously we've been great friends for so long now, like 8 years. But the fact that those guys were so willing to help me out, despite the fact that obviously I was a tiny creator, it wasn't anything about content creation. I guess we all just got on well and they wanted to help me, and they absolutely helped push me to where I am today without a doubt. And then the group obviously expanded and ended up like being me, Lizzie, Joel, Ollie, Yami, Scott. Back in the day, there was like Ashley Marie involved. Bodil occasionally dabbled in. And that is what led to what I would say was the true beginning of CPK. And that was the dawn of Minecraft Crazycraft 3.0 YouTuber Survival. Don't know why we called it this. Very long name. This was a SMP on the Crazycraft 3.0 mod pack that does come out, and it was exactly what it said on the tin. It had like hundreds of mods, lots of wild stuff in it. And as you can see here, it was me, Bodil, Baki, Simon, Ghost, Felix, Deadlocks, DJ Waffles, LD Shadow Lady, Yami, Munching Brotato, Sly Foxhound, and Ashley Marie Gaming. That did expand, because this is also where I got to know Scott Smager more in this series and stuff. But like, I had a PC at this point. I was taking content more seriously. Crazycraft was unbelievable to me. And this was actually the series that allowed me to quit my job and become a full-time content creator, which is wild. I mean, these videos were probably putting out 100,000 views a video, and I had like 30,000 subscribers. And Crazycraft led to this wonderful moment. January 16th, 2016. I walked into my job and I said, I don't want to work here full-time anymore. All right, I was still scared to quit my job. It wasn't that stable yet. I just started having a few videos that were doing well. So I walked in on January 16th and I said, I'd like to reduce my hours to part-time hours, please. And they said, okay, that's fine. Now here's where it gets funny. January 16th, I said I was kind of quitting my job. February 6th, I hit 100,000 subscribers, which is wild. Wild. March 21st, I fully quit that job. I did about a month and a half of part-time work, and then I quit that job. I was like, I'm donezo. Goodbye. I'm chasing my dreams. I'm playing Minecraft for a living. You can't stop me. And they didn't. They just said, okay, you can actually just leave right now if you want. You don't ever have to come back to work. So I didn't. I went in. I said, I'd like to quit, please. And I just left. I never came back. It was madness. And you can see even here, even when I was uploading episodes and episodes of, look, like Crazycraft episode 44 has 350,000 views. I was still trying to work out what my identity on YouTube was outside of Crazycraft. I had this one massive video, the series that was doing really, really well. And I was still trying to work out, I was playing speed builders on servers. I was doing role plays with Gizzy Gazza 6 years ago. These are all about to say 7 years ago, by the way, I think. It's not far away. I was playing indie games occasionally still. I still didn't know what I wanted to do. And I think that's down to partially my own ambition to constantly be doing more than what I'm currently doing. So as you can see, by this episode 59, by the way, just in case it wasn't clear, I was basically the only one putting out daily videos. So I was cranking out way more episodes than anybody else, which is why I probably got burned out of making SMP stuff. It had way expanded by this point. We had Joel here. Scott was in here now. The Orion Sound was in here now. We had Lawrence Eastside and Joey Graceffa in here as well. So the gang had truly expanded. That then led us to this masterpiece. And I would argue still my favorite video on my channel because it's so chaotic. It's so messy. The Crazycraft War. Now, for those of you who have never seen the Crazycraft series, it's a lot. It's a lot. And it's also very old now. It's like Minecraft 1.8, I think, or 1.7 or something. So a lot of it's just like so old and hard to watch. But it ended up basically being me versus the Orion Sound. The Orion Sound wrote this idea that we would both be warring faction leaders and we would recruit people to our sides. So I had a team, he had a team, and this is a 27-minute highlight of about a 3-hour recording. Also, I love this feature on YouTube. This is the most replayed part, and I wonder why. Let's find out.
No! I don't know where he's safe! I'm not safe!
Oh my gosh, Mobzilla's eating my castle.
No. Make Jimmy fight him!
To be fair, maybe it's
fight him!
because Mobzilla, the giant Godzilla mob, is destroying Lizzie's castle. Right, if someone ever asked how much of a mess Crazycraft was, just show them this clip of 3 giant Godzillas fighting a massive dragon. This really is the sum of our hard work. And then, of course, we had the end of the war. Yeah, this was all kind of over a pig. So, good times. And then the ever iconic, immortalized LD Shadow Lady Walrus Hat of Peace. Powerful, powerful imagery, guys. So at this point, I had kind of developed, we've moved on a few months here, and I've kind of developed my own, a couple of series that I'm running. I'm doing a series called What the Mod, where I just talk about Minecraft mods. It doesn't make any sense, but that's kind of like the appeal of it, I feel. We had What the Mod here, we had What the Mod here. But we were looking for another SMP. I decided to play on a mod pack called Trollcraft. Now, I don't know the full story of this still, but I think that Trollcraft was actually made privately for Captain Sparkles and Zine and their group, and I found it publicly available. So I made a single player video on it. This was just me doing Trollcraft episode 1. And then Lizzie watched the video and said, why don't we use Trollcraft as our next SMP? So I made Welcome to Trollcraft and then Welcome to Trollcraft again.
What's going on?
Where at this point, like, my setup's good. My content's better. I'm more confident. Listen to me now.
What is going on, guys? My name is CPK, and today I am happy to bring you a new series that's kind of even more new than it already is. So I was recording Trollcraft.
That doesn't make any sense, but you can hear I'm way more confident now. And this is me, Joey, Scott, Lizzie, Joel, Ollie, Sasha, Vixella, Yami, and Lauren. And this was kind of like the core SMP group now. Like, we were the guys who were always going to get together to make SMPs together. And Trollcraft went pretty well. It lasted for a long time. I can see at this point, Trollcraft was doing well still. It was still holding down views. We're at episode 35. I've started playing a lot of Bed Wars. So I've come up with a series called In Bed With. Funny title at the time, I thought. So like In Bed with Che, In Bed with Ollie, In Bed with myself. And it was just me playing Minecraft Bed Wars with people. But at this time, I was missing those Crazycraft views. So I was trying to bring Crazycraft back myself by doing a challenge series. And there's many, many times in my YouTube career that I've tried to bring back Crazycraft, even calling it the Crazycraft War 2.0. And it never quite took off. It never quite was the same. And I think I'm glad, because Crazycraft is such an iconic part of my like YouTube history that I'm glad I didn't ruin it by doing anything else with it. As you can see here, on June 17th, 2017, Trollcraft finally ended after 62 whopping episodes, which is ridiculous. That is a lot of episodes. I shouldn't put out so many episodes. A lot of them were very low effort, and I was making them just to be like, oh, I want to get a video out, which was very silly now that I look back on it. But also it led me to where I am today. So I've got to be at least a little bit grateful, you know? And actually, just before that series ended for Trollcraft, I actually was just joining a new SMP called One Life, which again was another really cool idea, pretty original at the time, where if you had one life on the server and if you died, you were out. Like, you would be gone. You couldn't upload anymore. So it meant you had to do some like dangerous stuff, but also be extra safe. And it was super cool. And this series also did really well for me. Basically, the way that my YouTube career went was I would be on a series that would do really well. The series would finish, and then I'd sort of struggle for a while until the next series came out, which is why I was so scared when I stopped getting invited to series a while ago. But this one, again, the pack had extended. It was me, Yami, Scott, Britt, Joel, Joey, Kyle, Lizzie, Marielle, Megan, CPK, and Shubble. What a gang. After One Life, like, you know, it was just one of those things where we just kept doing more series. We had a lot of what I feel are iconic series, but maybe I'm biased. We had Cutecraft, which was actually the first mod pack that I created myself, and that did pretty well. We then went on to have Funcraft. We had Harmony Hollow, I think season 3 and season 4, I think. I joined late. I remember I joined late, so, you know, I forget these things. We then had like Cutecraft season 2. There was a bunch of little fun bits in the middle, but I mean, overall, when I look back on it, we had the Deep End. I can't forget the Deep End. The Deep End was fantastic. That was a slept-on series, I feel, honestly. But then we did a second series of Cutecraft. We did another series of One Life season 3, and I just feel so grateful. Like, looking back on this is honestly just fantastic. It's very nostalgic for me to look back and see all this incredible content, not even necessarily from me. I'm not being biased to my own content, but I mean, like, just to see how much I've grown as not just a creator, but also a person in the last like 10 years, which makes sense because that's growing up kind of. But I don't know, it's cool to see a lot of the people that I know, even from like back in the day, were like, are now some of my closest friends, like me, LD Shadow Lady, Small Beans, the Orion Sounds, Smager, you know, like, we still see each other and hang out and chat, and it's like really cool. And I don't see them as much anymore, of course, because we all live in different parts of the country now, and we all have other things going on in our life, and it's tough. But I'm just so grateful to be in the position that I am in because of content creation. And I'm so proud of the community that I've built in the last 10 years. I think we have a fantastic, accepting, safe community to be a part of. I always pride myself, especially in my Twitch streams, about, you know, anyone is welcome and we can all hang out, and it's a good place to just come and de-stress and hang out and make friends and watch me be mediocre at most games. You know, it's a really cool feeling to know that so many people come to hang out and, you know, they need to take their mind off something or they want to cheer up, and they'll just come to my streams. And that used to be my YouTube content, and now it's all moved over to streams because I only really stream now. And obviously I could sit here for so long. I've actually edited part of the video already, and it's already like 30 minutes long pretty much. So I could sit here and go through every single series that I ever did and tell you how great it was, but I think that I don't need to do that, because that wasn't necessarily the point of this video. The point was, I just wanted to say that I'm so thankful. I really am so thankful for 10 years on this platform with you guys, and to tell you that I have a lot of cool ideas coming up. Is it going to be SMPs? Probably not. Okay, I don't really have anything in the pipeline SMP wise. I'm going to focus on making videos that I'm super proud of, work out how I can grow my channel to a point where I really just want to hit 1 million subs now too. Like, I miss making produced Minecraft content, and that's still what it's going to be. It's still going to be Minecraft content, guys, but I've just missed making the videos. I really have. I've got a real itch to like play Minecraft for videos, and I'm going to do it, and hopefully some of you guys are still going to be interested. So from the bottom of my heart, a very, very, very heartfelt, massive thank you for anyone who supported me for the whole time, for a month, for a week, for a day, anyone who dropped by a video or popped into a stream and said, hello, thank you so much for giving me the opportunities that I've been blessed with. I'm very grateful. And yeah, here's to the next 10. Let's see if I'm still making videos when I'm 40. Thanks so much, guys. Peace.